Throughout this course, I have been able to use my goals to really guide how I have attacked this semester of teaching. For instance, when I look back at my first goal, which was accountability, I'd had a functional score, but it was definitely one of my lowest categories. My accountability, I wasn't just thinking about other teachers. As a second grade teacher myself, I was thinking about kind of like how I could hold myself accountable. And so I started with behavior one of creating or carrying out MTSS plans for students in need of interventions. We have seen a big shift in how our students need interventions and where our tier one instruction is, and kind of like focusing on the basics because everyone needs that due to kind of a COVID 19 slide in those fundamental things like phonics and phonics in our classrooms. And so when we create MTSS plans, that's something that I know that I need to focus on. And so it was something that I made as a behavior to kind of check and create with other teachers, especially the new teachers on our team. In here at our school, we have 18 teachers on the school and on our second grade team. And four of those teachers are brand new this year. And so whether they're new to our school or they are just a brand new teacher, this has been something that they have wanted a little bit of assistance with too. And so we've created a little bit of a group to meet weekly to actually attack multiple of these goals because that was a huge need in our school. And so we meet weekly. Data The data that comes from our MTSS plans helps guide not only what we're doing for remediation, but also what would guide our instruction further. And so we've done a lot of collecting data through that, which then we talk about how we can make sense of that data and then go back and evaluate our data and do more action, and then go back to collecting data from a new action base as talked about in goal setting, collecting data from Module B. My behavior two was to check in weekly with new teachers to set goals for the week. And so some of that was for our MTSS because that's something that might not come naturally, but we have talked a lot about how that has to just integrate fluidly into your lessons or you're not going to really have time for it. And so in data-based decision making for school improvement has really stuck with me because you have to set goals to be able to, you have you have to set goals in what you're going to have students accomplish, which again goes back to the data, collecting data, and then the sense making, and then action and evaluation within that. My goal two was for knowledge of teaching and learning. That was again another area of functional but concerning that I needed to really work on. Behavior one, during weekly meetings, model lessons such as phonics or reading groups to help teachers feel more confident in the shift our curriculum has taken. We've had a huge shift in how our curriculum is focused, and so we have spent a lot of time having to rework that and relearn how we want to teach the flow of our lessons. And so, one of the things that we've done is model, especially for the new teachers, that they need more help. We work together to kind of keep answering those questions as they arise. And so, we've been I liked the using data to guide school improvement article because the video, because that really talked a lot about how we have to have accountability in our data. So we've seen that our phonics is presenting low on our data. And so to hold ourselves accountable, then we're helping any teacher that might not know how to teach a phonics lesson or how to integrate that maybe in whole group or guided reading. We're teaching that in our weekly lessons so that we are able to truly, assess where we're at, hold ourselves accountable, and actually attack a problem, not just for the teachers that maybe know how to do that, but everyone who may need that assistance. Behavior two was leading discussions on data teachers are collecting in their formative assessments, as well as data from STAR and iReady. Encourage teachers to collect relevant data consistently. Um, We've taken on a lot of our weekly assessments, which has been great because we're not just testing to test. We need to test to be able to see where our students are and then regroup or reteach, or all the things that you would normally do with assessments that we haven't really been able to do in the past. And I liked how, and again in Module B, it said data to improve instruction. The data is not just for data's sake, which I think we had gotten in the rut of. It is to actually improve your instruction, to see an issue and to attack that issue. And so now we are able to actually improve our instruction. So that's been a huge thing. And I've been able to play a huge part in these as being a team leader within second grade and facilitate these discussions in our weekly meetings and talk to other teachers and see where their needs are, and then actually be able to model or to find resources or to do whatever they need to also be able to help their classrooms run smoothly with whatever it is that they see it as a weakness in their teaching or within their instruction. As an administrator, this would be the same thing, just kind of like being a part of the conversation is kind of what I've really taken away from this. Creating an open and honest, just no judgment environment where people can ask what they need and then someone actually be able to help them. I see where that in the past we haven't necessarily had that. And then in this school year, we've had a huge need to have the conversation with a shift in our curriculum, with our students not being able to do what we would have normally expected them to do coming in the door. And so if you just take that to a larger level as an actual administrator, same thing. You have to be able to have those conversations with your teachers, and they have to feel it. They can talk to you. Thank you.